My friend Sam here. So today I want to be doing some torque testing, and torque is the product of radius times force. So that's why it's foot-pounds or Newton meters. I like Newton meters, metric. And what I've done is I have taken this torque wrench, this digital torque wrench, added an adapter here, and I 3D printed an adapter that connects to Windlass tourniquets. So that just fits in here, and I can grab and twist. As far as settings go, I have this set to Newton meters, and I have it set so that it will read just the peak. So there, that is 6.60 Newton meters. All right. So next step is talking briefly about tourniquets and going into something I talked about before, which was tourniquet runway. So how many twists can you get from a specific tourniquet? This is the cat. So right now there's no leg in there, and this is as big as possible. I can get 1, 2, actually those aren't even valid because there's nothing happening. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now, that's 6 turns, there's no leg. So the most number of set points, I'd say for the cat, is 6. Let's review a couple of other windlass tourniquets here. So this is the Sam XT. What's my runway, tourniquet runway? I've got 1, 2, 3. Right now it's deforming 4. All right, so 4 is about as many as I could get here. But I have the soft T. Make that long. Actually, it doesn't matter in the case of the soft T how long that one is. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so 5 turns is maybe 6, but that would be a little bit absurd. And actually, let's show what it looks like on my leg. I really could not get that many turns on my own leg. So I set it to here. Make that tight. How many twists can I get? Trying to make that first very tight. So call this 1, 2, 3, 4. I can barely get to 4 twists. So with the tourniquet runway, you have a limited number of twists. But what I want to dig into more right now is torque, as well as the pressures generated when you apply the cat tourniquet. So I'm going to use my mega manometer here. Everybody will tell you that the first cinch is the most important, and I agree. So let's see how high I can get the pressure with that first cinch. Okay. All right, so my first cinch, I have a pressure here of 145 centimeters. That's not millimeters of mercury, it's 145 centimeters of water. And I'm going to attach my torque wrench. And let's just see where this lands. I turn it on. Make sure I'm at Newton meters. I clear it. All right, here I am. I am at 0 torque because my arm is not on it. I'm going to turn this. All right, right now it's about to catch, and let's see what that first, so 0.98 gets me to 140 centimeters of water, and now I'm going to do another 180 degrees. 2.28 Newton meters brings me up to 205. Let's do it again. 3.38 Newton meters gets me to 260. And right now I'm having, 4.97 Newton meters brings me to 310. I might be able to get one more twist. No, that's basically the end of the line there. If I would not do this to a patient. That's the peak there. It's at a point where it's deforming the tourniquet. So that defines what I consider the high bar mark. So let's see what happens with 2 cat-like products. Okay, All right, so this is one of the products. You can buy 5 of them for $20, $25 on Amazon or eBay. I crank it down, and I can get, all right, that's not bad. Let's say 105, 110. I attach my adapter here, and let's start to see what kind of torque we get. I can feel it's going to catch here. So 1.39, and nothing has changed to the pressure there. 2.13, the pressure is 2.13, the pressure is up to 145. 3.69, pressure is up to 195. 4.52, my pressure is 255. 6.14, my pressure is 305 roughly. I don't know if I can go further with this. No, that's the end of the line. Okay, so this is, some people would call this a cat knockoff, and there are aspects of it that don't look as good or as sturdy as the original, but I'd say that this is similar torque, similar peak pressures from this model. This is another one, and one of the tells here is this type of windlass. So I would say if you see this older type of windlass, beware. Let's see what happens. Let's see what kind of pressures we get and the associated torque. All right, so let's say our starting pressure, 85. All right, so torque 1.31, and I'm up to 135. $2.77, 160. 3.45, 185. 3.45, 235. 3.45, 255. 4.23, 270. 4.23 again, and 290. Still 4.23. So, and pressure is 310. There's some deformation happening inside of here. Let's just see what's going on. All right, so this actually didn't break. This had some twisting and some, you can see where it was getting all bunched up, but at the end of the day, this held up. So it's kind of interesting to me. This is the type of cat that people don't love, and I can definitely break this, but it actually would still provide pressures that are similar to the cat. So the bottom line is, I think that this helps us to know what torque is reasonable and also what the peak pressures are that are reasonable using a circumference that is 58 centimeters. Again, just a little bit more summary about the testing that we just did. I know it seems a little bit crazy for me to be going down this path. My wife says to me, "We sell a pressure wrap. What are you doing? And you don't even like tourniquets. So what's happening here?" Some of the backstory, I love direct pressure first. I like wrap to the point of arterial occlusion only if needed. I have added some 3D printed windlass designs, and I'm just experimenting right now. But what I noticed is when I twist, it feels like less torque. When I give it to my kids, they can hit higher pressures. So what exactly is going on here? I went and bought a digital torque wrench just to do some testing. And as often happens for me, when I do testing, I have more questions. So in this recent bit of testing of cat versus cat-like tourniquets, I found that the peak pressures I could reach were actually pretty comparable. I have this cat-like tourniquet, which is quite flimsy. I would never want to go into battle with it. I mean, I could definitely break this, but this hit pressures that were similar to the original cat. So is there a way to separate the wheat from the chaff? You know, people in Ukraine, they are sitting on piles and piles of donated tourniquets. And I had no idea the range of tourniquets that are out there. I thought I had some clue, but it's far, far more than I'd ever seen of them. So is there a way to set a bar for torque that helps to separate out the ones that are likely to break from the ones that are not? What is that X for Newton meters? Is it 10 Newton meters, 15, 20 Newton meters that it should be able to withstand? So that's the direction I'd like to go. I would love it if Ukraine said, you know what, let's start doing Slishman's direct pressure first wrap to the point of arterial occlusion, but I know that's unlikely to happen anytime soon. So is there a way to be helpful? You know, this is curiosity driven, but I really hope that someday perhaps it will help some people. Hard to say, but thanks for watching this far.